Magic Mage here. Good morning. Today I was asked a question from my Lord in a very early stage in the game, and this works for anyone in the preparation stage, Season 1, Season 2, and even Season 3 if your forge isn't at level 35. And the reason why this question came about is the Lord had happily obtained through our third anniversary event the different rewards that they can open and unlock the exclusive artifacts. And they wanted to create an exclusive artifact for their elite immortal within their main march, but they weren't quite sure how individuals were going about doing this because their forge was not unlocked at the level that's required, and there was other lords at the same level that were able to obtain these exclusive artifacts. And so I want to go about showing how you can do this, and I actually find this beneficial even when my forge is at level 35 because I do obtain different treasure boxes and different materials that allow me to make these exclusive artifacts, which I can then transmute to use for those artifacts without actually using resources. So, if I go into my forge, you'll notice in my backpack that I have forged two at this point of Alexander's artifacts. I don't have a great one. Rapid is the artifact piece I am looking for, but this is magical defense, and as Alexander is an attack immortal, I really want the attack percentage here, especially as that primary attribute. This one here is the Iron Fist. Iron Fist isn't as great for Alexander. You really want this rapid, mysterious power because it's going to increase his attack speed. That's important because we really do want him to regain his speed so he can attack more frequently, so we can utilize this secondary attribute that's really special for the exclusive artifact, allowing him to increase that damage and to increase and double upon this increased attack speed here. So we're really getting as many attacks as we can in and using his ultimate skill. Alexander's ultimate skill really does have some advantageous pieces where you're increasing the damage dealt, normal damage, and then it grants immunity control as well. So his he's a really strong immortal. He can be your main damage dealer, especially in an Earth March. So we really want to make sure we're forging the correct artifact for him. So while I do have two artifacts made, I would probably hold on to those two artifacts. I wouldn't develop either of them. I would wait until I have my 16 exclusive artifacts, find the best one, and I would probably use that if I don't have that ideal rapid artifact with the attack bonus percent. I probably would utilize the stones that I can get from the, where is it? Wishing Well. Oh, wrong spot. My Wishing Well's here. Blessing of Triss, Wishing Well. And in here, if you go to your shop, you would notice that you do have these alchemy stones where you can reborn an artifact. I would save these as much as possible. Try not to have too many purchases within this because you're really going to want them as you move into the higher level uh, within the game to use for these ability stones here. Those ability stones allow you to unlock within the Tower of Knowledge some skills that really are advantageous for your individual marches. So, with that being said, I gotta go back to my forge. I have unlocked a couple more of Alexander's artifacts. You will see that when I click on this to forge, it says I need to reach level 35. And this is what the individual was asking me about. How was I able to craft these artifacts when I'm not level 35 on my castle or my forge? And the answer is actually these lower level artifacts here. And when I go to my Attack Immortal screen, for the artifacts that work on Attack Immortals, I'll see that I have still my Homer's Epic artifact here. And I always start at the lowest level I can. That is the green artifact. And when I go to my forge, you'll notice that these are, sorry, there we go, to transmute we start with our green, we move to our blue. These would be our purple, and these are our orange artifacts. These here really are for conquest. You really can't obtain those artifact pieces um, to make them beneficial until you get to conquest. So I really would stop here at this point if you're in season preparation through your season 3, because that will get you at least the exclusive artifacts that we have in those seasons. So when I go to my forge to transmute these artifacts, I'll start at my lower level ones. I know that I have these transmuted. I'll move to my blue. Already have some here too. I got a lot of these through different games that I've played over the seasons, particularly with regards to uh, Eternal Assault. I'm just trying to see here. It's coming up. Battle of Asteria as well. The Battle of Asteria, we can obtain different artifact fragments. Those fragments can be also used to develop artifacts. We also are able to obtain epic artifact chest through this game. So I really encourage you to play this game as far as you can, even if you can't complete a level, just because it will give you some resources that are advantageous and will save you resources in the long run as you start developing your artifacts. The other place you can obtain artifacts is through Mysterium, particularly in that last level. I'm not there in this piece because it just reset a couple of days ago and I need to play this. But as you go through, you'll notice that you can actually get to level floor 4, and that is where the artifact pieces are. There is also another game. I don't have it right now up in my calendar, but that one there, you have different caravans, and as you lead those caravans to the cities when the gnomes are attacking you, once you reach those cities, you also obtain artifact materials to forge your artifacts. And those boxes, while they're lower level boxes, are advantageous because of this trick I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to do is go to my artifact that I want to forge. And as I'm going to this artifact, I know I need to obtain more of these bottles. I can't. So I need to get these bottles to the purple level so I can then forge them. And as I said, I know I have some on the blue level and the green. So what I'm going to do is click this purple artifact here, because this is also an attack artifact. I want to make sure I'm under that attacked artifact because it really will help me ensure I have the right bottles. I am then going to go to this compose piece here, and that's going to let me change these blue materials into purple. And it's a 3-to-1 ratio. For every 3 blue bottles I have, I will be able to transpose them into 1 purple bottle. So 24, I am now going to take and I have one already. So that's going to get me 7 here. And 25. 3, 5. Maybe it's not a 3-to-1 ratio. Um, and then I'm going to do the same for this lava potion bottle. I'm going to take my forge, bring them over. That's going to get me my purple potion bottle there. From here, I'm going to be able to go to my exclusive artifact. You'll notice I can compose these materials now. And this is how I'm able to unlock those artifacts. So I have 3 here. I'm going to compose more. I'll be able to get 1 here. I still need some more. So what I'm going to be able to do is I do know this blue level here because I have some at the green. I'm going to compose again. And I do this repeatedly until I'm able to get what I need for opening up this exclusive artifact for use. So I need to go back down to that purple one, open this up here. And I never actually compose these lower level artifacts. I do have some of them. But for me, it's more advantageous to save these bottles and use them as I am, opposed to developing these lower artifacts that really don't give me too much added power. When I was playing at the lower levels, I found being able to get these exclusive artifacts and the generic Wood of Altar This would be your creation star for the attack one. To get these generic artifacts onto my immortals really was more advantageous than working and developing these lower level artifacts that I could have used. So right now I'm stuck at 4 and 4. I don't have any more materials I can easily compose up, so I will need to go to my forge, and this is where I'll start. Sorry about that. Transmute. This is where I'm going to start developing these, and I'm going to always start at the higher level I can just to make it easier for myself. I can develop 10. I know it's a 3-to-1 ratio. I need, at this point, we said 2 and 2, so I'm going to need at least 6 of the purple one. So that means I need 12 of the, no, there we go. 12 of these purple bottles here. So I want to go up 2. I'll transmute those there. And just for the purposes of this video, I am going to speed it up. However, I don't recommend using speed ups because it's going to be utilizing your universal speed ups, and those are better used on items such as your technology in your academy here that will allow you to develop your immortals a little bit further along. So I would recommend, instead of using your universal speed ups, especially early in the game, if you aren't able to even apply these immortal artifacts onto your immortal yet because you don't have them unlocked, to really let them time themselves. It really doesn't do anything that's going to be harmful for you. A little extra time is going to be perfect to allow you to continue to develop throughout the game. It's not going to add any added benefit if you develop today, tomorrow, the next day, because I don't have the artifact unlocked for my immortal. But now you can see, go back to my forge, my attack one. I can then go to this blue artifact material here, compose again. This should get me what I need for that epic immortal artifact here. It might be shy a couple. Nope, there we go. So now that I have that piece here, I'll get one more so you can see. I need that red bottle. Where's my blue forge? I like going in this way just so I can make sure I'm actually getting the exact artifact bottle I need. I want 11 of these. Claim those. Now I have 12. Go to my purple, compose these all the way up. I should be able to compose this here. I might need more. Yeah, I need more. One more set. Let's see if I can do it. I might need to actually forge more materials. These do use a lot of resources as well, so really make sure you're prioritizing what you're putting your resources to. Lower levels, I really would prioritize putting these resources not necessarily to these exclusive artifacts, but to our, there we go, academy technology. Really, you want to develop this technology as far along as you can each stage of the game because it really is going to give you the most advantage, particularly if you can unlock this rapid progress. It's going to allow you to increase your research speed significantly, which is going to save you resources in the long run. So I would recommend putting resources to this first, then my buildings, and then lastly, these artifact pieces here. But I'll show you what this is. Artifacts also use a lot of gold, so be aware, especially because you're going to want to be balancing gold between your dragon and upgrading your immortals. So when I forge the artifact, what's going to happen is I'm going to get 3 options normally. I'll be able to get what I refer to as food because this one isn't developable. You'll also be able to get one that is this primary attribute here, and we'll see that it's going to show I have 2 different specialty attributes here. So I have the Iron Fist and the Rapid. I would like the Rapid. And then with that, I also want to look at my basic attributes, but I also have up to the option of receiving 4 random attributes assigned. As I develop an artifact, those random attributes can increase or they'll take and add to my initial ones I have. So if I were to hit upgrade, this is going to show that I'm upgrading my levels here, and here I'm getting a magical defense bonus. Again, same thing. So it's always upgrading your primary attribute. When I develop, it will randomly add sometimes on secondary attributes when I am developing up. So you really want to take and just make sure you're developing the right artifact. And like I said, I wait until I have 16. It does take 16 to unlock a 5-star artifact, primarily because each time you develop, so star 1 is 1 artifact, star 2 would be 2 of these, star 3 is 3, star 5 is 5. So at the end of the day, to unlock and to develop to 5 stars, you need 16 exclusive artifacts. And you can only develop an exclusive artifact with an exclusive artifact. You can upgrade an exclusive artifact with any materials. It does not need to be just your exclusive artifacts. And it takes a lot of artifacts to do so. So just make sure you're really saving and developing and upgrading your materials and artifacts wisely. I hope this answers some of the questions for those in those lower level seasons that really don't have a forge at the higher marking where they can just forge the materials they need for those exclusive artifacts. I also hope it helps explain how you can use some of those blue and green artifact schematic treasure boxes to enhance your exclusive artifacts and your generic artifacts at those epic levels so you can use those resources that you're obtaining in the game beyond just creating a lower level artifact. Thank you for watching. If you liked the content, please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.